Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So, for all intents and purposes, we're still very much in this channel. We have now gone sideways, decent inside bar on Friday, but then just you've got pin bar, then range bar. So, there are some sellers here, there are some buyers here, and that's kind of the moral of the story. So, it is sideways, barbed wire, nothing that I really want to be trading, and this channel. It doesn't matter which way you look at it. That was the first two tails to the downside. So that's normally where you draw your trend line. And if you have a look at what's happened here, we're kind of rejecting that area. So I think that's just, I'm going to leave that in there because there is a bearish picture here. There's a bearish picture and there's sort of a bullish picture as well. So if we draw the line along this level, let's just put one in. There we have a channel, but if we focus on this trend line here, we have a wedge break and we're busy with a retest. So if you come to the 3 hour, you're pretty much guaranteed to see pure chaos. You can see buyers and sellers all in amongst the moving averages. Not something you want to be trading. These two pin bars off this level are fairly interesting, but I'd want to see breaks below the structure before worrying about anything. And we do have this pretty strong area of support just below us, so that is also something which is not conducive to actually getting a trade moving. What will happen is if you start anticipating shorts, you're more than likely going to get caught here at 34,815 and going to come back into this area. So I suspect this range was not so much the range, but the tightening of price action and the volatility, which is starting to reduce, is going to continue. I think it's only normal. We've had a really volatile week or so, so it should start sort of normalizing and come back to normal price action, normal moves and things like that. But this could also just be gathering steam for some sort of noise that we're waiting for, or some sort of catalyst to drop us further. Oscillator's not giving us any cue here. The fact that we're in amongst the moving averages also not giving us any cue. So from a 3 hour perspective, that is a clear sit on hands pattern, and on the 1 hour, exactly the same thing. So you can see there's our trend line. We broke back in, come back, and then at the close yesterday we tested it again. So I'd almost say we start dropping below the low of yesterday, but look how the buyers were coming in off this area, and that's 34. Let's just call it 3,500. It looks like anything just below 3,500 is where the buyers were buying in yesterday. So are there more buyers and sellers? Difficult to ascertain at the moment, but moving averages have crossed over. We're flat. There's nothing here. Oscillator's not giving us anything. There's genuinely nothing here to trade. And if you get to the 15-minute, you'll see not much change on the picture. So we were below the 155, which is indicating bear trend. We got above it, and now we're inside it. Now, if you look at all those moving averages, when you get moving averages grouping like that, there's always something brewing. Always something brewing. And let's see if I can see an example. Well, let me just do this on a higher time frame. You can see how they're grouping on the hour. What happened the last time they grouped? You see there? And if you go back in your timelines, you'll see whenever those moving averages get together like this, something is brewing. And often, if you look at your oscillators, it's going to give you the indication of where the move is coming to. And you can see that was quite a sizable move down. Okay, and let's look for one on the downside. I don't often see them on the downside. There's another grouping, and you can see the move afterwards. There's a grouping to the upside. Look at the oscillators. Which way did we go? To the upside. So yeah, 50-50 call at the moment. Really difficult to trade this, and it's not something which I enjoy trading. Definitely don't enjoy trading these little sideways ranges. I much prefer structured moves like this, where we know where the trend is and we're pretty confident of where the levels are that we can jump in. At the moment, levels are all over the place. You probably even get down to a 5-minute chart, and granted you'll make money, but you're not really in a trend. You're up and above the moving averages all the time. So nothing really to jump in on, and that's the problem. Okay, so anyway, so for me this is clear sit on hands until we get a direction. And if I just minimize there, could be a flag, but we're going to need to break below the low of last week, which is 34,815, which will break the next trend line as well. If we get below that, then I would be considering looking for shorts for the measured move. But at the moment, that's an area of strong support as well. So kind of catch 22. You need to break through the levels to get moving, or you're going to find support there and hopefully move to the upside. So until something happens, I'm sit on hands. Money in pocket, great trade, it's always profitable, and we'll wait for something to materialize before jumping in on this. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.